This is a pretty wild story coming out of the YouTube sphere as well. And it kind of goes to show you build your following on YouTube, you build everything bigger, you grow, and that following then follows you to your other projects and the like. It's kind of a cool business model that we're working on here. We're doing it on a smaller level than a lot of these giant YouTubers. This guy's got 20 million subscribers because of his video game content and the like, but I'm trying to keep this channel comic book oriented and comic book centric, right? For you guys, and we're covering the comic news that nobody else talks about, including this. I don't see a lot of people talking about this story right here, which is wild because it's huge, and this is the type of thing that is the future of course, everything. This is the future of the comic book industry. Marvel and DC are not it. They're at the point where they're living off of the legacy of some dead guy's creations, like making fan fiction of it, like and selling a few thousand copies, like where it used to sell millions, right? This is it. I mean, this is CoryxKenshin right here, has a manga series, and it just went absolutely crazy here that he just built himself, all because he just wanted to have some fun doing this and cared about this project. Pretty interesting stuff. And let's get into the news in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here. As I said, we're trying to build this as a business model myself. Then the way to do so to help is get on the newsletter right away. You get 3 free books for doing so. I'm trying to build this so I don't lose you guys ever again. And that way, you are connected with me. And that way, when I've got my 9 graphic novels I've got in development right now, we've got a bunch of them just boom, 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 boom. You'll know when they start to come out, so we can just keep cranking these out because that's what I want to do. I want to come out with new books like every month or every quarter, like Marvel and DC Comics, right? And then have you enjoy them. That's the goal here, and that's what we're working very, very hard to do. Where a lot of guys spend their times live streaming and all that, I spend my time writing. This is the real place where we're making the real independent alternative, and so you found a great spot to be, and we got a track record of delivering, too. I've got 13 novels, graphic novels out, and 20-plus prose novels out. And so if you want to check them out in my store as well, just and actually support us, you're welcome to do so. I would love that. It helps us out. Of course, every little bit helps, and I put everything right back into art because I just want to build even more. So check them out. There's a bunch of different books you'll enjoy, and of course, you can get the 3 free books for signing up for the newsletter. Please do these things. So important, guys. Join our community, and thank you for being here. And that is in the description below. All of my links are. I appreciate you guys being here. So here it is. CoryxKenshin took a 1.5-year hiatus from the internet to work on this one book. Pretty cool that he had the capability to do that. Obviously made a lot of money on YouTube and the like and could just, sit back and do that. And he's got his own manga. It's a big hit, selling a eye-popping number of copies at launch. So he's one of the most popular gaming YouTubers. He's got 21 million subscribers who tune in, of course, for video games, big things, especially like Five Nights at Freddy's has been a big one out there. And he went radio silent 2023, disappeared until late 2024 when he returned with a video explaining he was building a new project he's been working on that entire time, which has been this manga. That project is called Monsters We Make, and it's become a big hit. And the manga's first volume sold 200,000 copies in its first week. Wow. Making it one of the fastest-selling independently published manga series in the United States. This is incredible. And this is, guys, this is a thing where it sounds like a lot, but when you've got 20 million subs, your percentage of that is is actually a pretty low buy through, and so you're looking at 200,000, and I'm going to do the percentage of 21 million, and you've got not even 1% of his audience came in and bought this. It's totally a function of like these folk have a huge audience, and you'll get a percentage of that. So we've got, I'm getting close to 10,000 subs here, which please hit the like and subscribe button, which is awesome. Really appreciate that you guys have gotten that. And we've got about 500 backers typically, right? So if you look at what we've got going here, 5% of you typically buy my books. That's pretty huge. So the percentage conversion rate here on a business level is actually much bigger than that, and it will be as it goes along. We'll grow smaller because there's less people who care about comics, unfortunately, but this is exactly how it works, and this is how we're trying to build this big network to do something in the future and build this so it's sustainable going forward. And like I said, it's a great place to be a fan here. Like if you wanted something from your boy Zach, that he was going to be like this new comic company going forward and like actually going to compete with Marvel and DC, You found the right place here. This is what he was meant to be, and I'm not as charismatic as that guy. I don't got your everyman sort of like flavor where I'm sitting in a car coughing, talking about this book is shit or whatever. But I do make good books. What I do is I work harder on the books than I do on YouTube. I do the opposite way of doing things. So it's slower growth because of that. But we are making the best books in the business because of it as well. So please do sign up. But this is it. This is inspirational is what I find it. And whereas people like, your boy Zach and whatever get really jealous when somebody does really well like this, I find it quite the opposite. I find it's doable. We can build something. We can build a network. We can build a community. We can build a movement that is going to transcend all of this and will transform culture. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of persistence. And this is the ultimate white pill. It really is. I think, if this guy can do it, we can certainly do it together, my friends. And so this is a cool story right here. So he is making a second volume already. Of course he is. Once he's made money doing this stuff, of course he's going to do this. He says, Monsters Me Wake is a playground for me to exercise all ideas and life experiences collected from decades of being a spectator, creating a story that scrutinizes humanity, what makes us tick, injecting some of the black representation, and unfortunately, I've been longing to see in this space, finally adding some sprinkles of my faith in God. Well, that's good. And then driving forces behind this project. So, we'll see what happens here. It's meant for a lot to me to see a character like Reikage from Naruto in a space where you don't typically see black characters, let alone powerful ones. I'm so sick of this narrative. Why? Of course he does. This drives me crazy. This is what it takes to get mainstream, right? you can see it. He's saying all the right things for the mainstream people to be happy with this, right? It drives me crazy. Not the representation stuff's annoying. My main character can be what what Goku was to me growing up. Did you need Goku to look like you, bro? Was that a thing back then? Did you care? Of course you didn't. You weren't thinking about it. Now you've just made it a political thing. Now I'm annoyed. I was gonna ask you guys. Do you guys want me to buy this and review this? I was gonna ask you that. Now I'm kind of like, I don't think I'm going to. But let me know in the description below if you want me to anyway. Ridiculous. I'm glad he's working, but stop with the virtue signaling. You don't need it. You've got 21 million followers, and you don't give a flying F about the peasant identity politics bullshit that you're just espousing right there. Sorry, I every time. Oh well. So it is interesting though. Like I said, it goes to show that the YouTube is a function that the buying, purchasing is a function of how many YouTube subscribers you have and how much of a following you have, and that's interesting. That's what we got to build, guys. So I'm glad you're here. Look. This guy's doing exactly what the mainstream's doing on this sort of stuff. He's making an identity politics thing. We have to move in the opposite direction, push back works that are going to be the opposite to counter this kind of nonsense that's in these sort of things. Because if we don't counter it, that's all that's going to be out there, right? And so that's why we need you guys here 100%. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support over the years, guys. We've had a good success, and we're just going to keep growing. Like I said, it's a white pill in a lot of ways because if this guy can do it, we certainly can. We're going to build something bigger and even better in the comic book sphere than any of these guys ever imagined. And let's just start right here. So hit the like and subscribe button. Join us, guys. Make sure to get on the newsletter, as I said, and go check out the store for the books that are already out. Appreciate you guys for reading. Got novels, we got comics. One thing I did like about this right here as I checked it out is you get the digital and physical. And if you guys have backed my crowdfund campaigns, I don't list it usually, but I always on the crowdfunds give away the digital with the physical also. And I think that's important so you guys can see, okay, the comic's done. We just got to wait on the printing. You can read it right away. You don't have to read it if you don't want to. You can wait for the physical. But that way you just get it right away and you have it at your disposal all the time. And I do offer the ebooks on here. It's one thing that I've seen a lot of these guys in the Western American comic sphere, they try to get into that collector market mode where it's oh, we don't do digital, and that way you're forced to do the physical, and it artificially inflates value and things like that. It's kind of fake, and it's not about the stories at that point. The Japanese market is not about that. It's not ever about collector value or anything like that. They're about the stories, and that's what we want to cultivate over here. So that is one thing I got to give him credit for, is that he's doing that right here. He's not making it some fake inflatable thing, and that's exactly what we do as well. Like I said, we're cut from a different cloth over here. Work really, really hard beyond what the rest of the industry's been doing, what all these other YouTubers have been doing. It's been a big, hard few years of just working hard, but it's starting to pay off, and this is going to be the beginning of something really, really awesome. 2025 is going to change things. I could feel it, guys. Let's get going. Thank you for being here. We'll be back soon.